Hi everyone, in this tutorial video, I'm going to cover how to complete the school-wide services section in the Progress Goals tab in your advisor workbook. While this tutorial video is geared towards our multiple advisor sites, this is also applicable for our single advisor sites. We're going to be using the Advisor Interactions Extended Report. So first, let's follow the file naming protocol, first name, last initial, period, comma, school site name. I'm going to open up the Advisor Interactions Extended, and the Results tab contain the original data, and we want to make sure that we protect the original data. So we're going to make a copy. So let's right-click, select Move or Copy. The Move or Copy window will pop up. Check off the box for Create a Copy. Click OK. All right, next we're going to rename the tab name so it doesn't get too confusing for us. And there's two ways that you can rename it: right-click, rename, or just double-click the tab name. So we're going to rename Results to Original. Then we're going to rename results 2 to data analysis. And the date that you're completing analysis. So 10 period 08 period 21, close parentheses, enter. And then you're going to click anywhere in the data set, and in the ribbon, there's an insert tab. And you're going to click on the table icon. The create table window will pop up. Make sure the my table has headers checked off, and then click OK. All right, we're going to rename the table to AIE underscore and then the date, so 10 period 08 period 21, and let's click enter just to make sure the table name was edited and updated. All right, and the reason why we use underscores and periods is because the table name is not able to process any spaces. In the table style options, make sure that you have the total row enabled because we're going to be utilizing that later when we're analyzing the data. All right, so let's go all the way back up to the top, or you can use the keyboard shortcut of Control Home. All right, in the status, we are going to click the drop-down menu. So for all of our analysis, we're only looking at enrolled students. So you're going to uncheck select all and then check off enrolled only and then click OK. And the next step is completely optional. For me personally, I like to hide the columns that I don't need, right? So that the report that I'm analyzing doesn't look too overwhelming. So I'm going to highlight column G, which is suffix, and I'm gonna find column T, which holds GPA. Hold the shift key, select T, right click, hide. And I'm gonna repeat the process for enrolled date to medium. Over a little bit more. All right, hold the shift key, click on AL so that it highlights all of those columns in between. Right click, hide, and last but not least, I'm going to hide meeting length and topics as well. All right, now my data set looks a little less overwhelming so that I can focus on what I need to analyze for. So for the school-wide services, we're looking at 3 key data points: total students with one-on-ones, total one-on-ones, and total events. We're actually going to start with total one-on-ones first because that's the data point that's a little bit easier to analyze. So in the type column, there's a drop-down menu here. And then for the filters, the option 1 is you can uncheck select all and check off all of the options that includes one-on-one. Or you can use the search bar and you could type out 1-on-1, and Excel will actually auto select all of the options that have 1-on-1 for you, and then click OK. All right, and we're doing this by grade level, right? So for grade, click the drop-down menu, deselect, select all, and let's start with our seniors first, and then click OK. And we're going to go to the total row at the bottom. All right, so what we're going to do first, I scrolled a little bit too much. Sorry about that. All right, so in the total row, all right, in our previous tutorial video, I taught you all how to use the total row for count numbers. So for this specific column is all text, right? So I'm actually going to select count instead because count numbers will only count all of the cells that contain a numerical value, while count pretty much accounts for the cells that have text in it. So for the one-on-one sessions, there are a total of 259 that were provided to seniors. So here I'm going to put 259. All right, so I'm going to change the grade level to 11. All right, there's 34 for juniors. Change the grade level to 10. There are 22 for sophomores. All right, and I'm gonna change the grade level to 9. All right, and there was 38 for freshmen. Perfect. All right, so what we're going to do next is analyze the data point for total number of students with one-on-ones. What we're going to do first is we're actually going to create a new tab. So there's a plus sign right over here. So we're going to click the plus sign and we're going to rename this tab to students with one-on-ones. Students with 1-on-1s. All right, and what we're going to do next is let's go to the data, back to the data analysis sheet. And we are going to clear the filter for the grade level, but we're going to keep the filter on for status and for type. All right, next we're going to copy 2 columns to the students with the one-on-ones column or a tab. All right, so there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can either copy make sure that you scroll all the way back up. You can either copy the entire column one by one, or you can just do them both at the same time, right? So, and the shortcut is you're gonna highlight the 2 columns that we're looking at is student ID. So highlight column B. So Control for Windows or Command for Mac. All right, and then you are going to highlight the grade level as well. So let's copy this and we're gonna go to the students with one-on-ones tab and we're gonna paste it. All right, perfect. So we're going to click anywhere in the data set and we're going to hit insert and create a table. So it's a little bit easier for us to do some quick analysis and then click OK. All right, so for the table name, we're going to rename this to students _ one-on-ones. All right, and make sure that you check off the total row. Okay, and then let's go back up to the top. In the data tab, you are going to go to data tools and click on remove duplicates. All right, so make sure everything is checked off. My data has headers, student ID and grade, and then click OK. All right, and then Excel will process it and then it will remove all the duplicates for us. So the reason why we're using these 2 specific fields is because we are trying to get the unique count of the student IDs, because the student IDs is the student's grace ID, right? And we want to, since we're looking at total number of students that we're providing with the one-on-one, we're specifically looking for the unique count of students who received a one-on-one. All right, we're going to scroll down a little bit. Or actually, first, let's change the grade level. So let's start with our seniors. Uncheck, select all, and then check 12. All right, and then we're going to scroll down. So it looks like Excel is defaulting this to some. So we have to make sure that we click the drop down menu here to change it to count numbers. So there's 95 seniors that were provided with a one-on-one. All right, and then let's change the grade level to 11. And then click OK. And there's 28 juniors that were provided with a one-on-one. Next, let's do 10th grade. And there's 21 sophomores that were provided with a one-on-one. And last but not least, let's do our freshmen. There are 34 freshmen that were provided with the one-on-one. All right, so we just completed that section. And the last part of the school-wide services is total events, and you can find that in the events tracker. So I'm gonna pull and expand this window just so that you all can see this a little bit more clearly. So you can either find it in the event summary, it has total events provided here, or you can look at it in the events tracker. When you scroll a little bit more to the right, it has the totals up here. So it's 15. So I'm going to put 15 here, and now we completed the school-wide services section of your progress goals tab in your advisor workbook.